Coronation Street viewers are convinced they have uncovered a major clue linking Sarah Platt and Gary Windass to the death of Theo Silverton after both characters acted suspiciously during Thursday's episode of the ITV soap. Theo, portrayed by former Tracy Beaker actor James Cartwright, spent months terrorizing Todd Grimshaw before his body was discovered during the show's heavily promoted Murder Week storyline. The dramatic event saw Theo become one of several villains who faced the possibility of being killed off. Shortly after the shocking scenes aired, producers confirmed a list of key suspects connected to the case. These included Todd Grimshaw, Theo's workmate Gary Windass, Todd's father figure George Shuttleworth, George's partner Christina Boyd, Theo's former wife Danielle Anderson, and Todd's adopted daughter Summer Spellman. At present, Summer remains behind bars after being charged by DS Lisa Swain, despite many fans believing she may be innocent. However, recent scenes appear to suggest that investigators may be looking in the wrong direction. The latest speculation began when Bethany Platt was having her hair styled at the salon. During the appointment, she complained that her mother, Sarah, had completely forgotten her 26th birthday. Although disappointed, Bethany tried to focus on enjoying the family celebration planned for later at the bistro. Maria Connor and Gary Windass arrived at the salon carrying coffees and took the opportunity to wish Bethany a happy birthday. Maria joked that Sarah was in trouble for forgetting the occasion, prompting Gary to respond sarcastically by asking whether anyone was really surprised. He then defended Sarah, reminding everyone that she had recently gone through a traumatic attack and deserved some understanding. Gary was referring to the night Theo was killed, when Sarah was assaulted inside number 8 by Jody Ramsey and left unconscious. Sarah still has no idea who was responsible for attacking her. During Bethany's birthday meal, family members continued teasing Sarah about forgetting the special day. Growing irritated, Sarah snapped back, reminding everyone that she had suffered a serious head injury. Her brother David found the situation amusing and laughed at her response. Later, as discussion turned towards Theo's murder investigation, Sarah appeared noticeably uncomfortable. Looking uneasy, she suddenly apologized to Bethany and announced that she was leaving because she was feeling unwell before quickly making her exit. After returning home, Sarah immediately began questioning her partner, DC Kit Green, about developments in the case. Her curiosity intensified after Lisa arrested teenager Brody, who had been caught selling Todd's missing phone to a local pawn shop. Brody insisted he had simply discovered the device in a skip, despite it being important evidence that should have been in police possession. Because Brody had recently been revealed as his biological son, Kit admitted he was finding it difficult to stay detached from the situation. Speaking to Sarah, he said, "He's already admitted selling the phone, so why would he make up a story about where he found it? You've got me doing it again, talking too much about an ongoing investigation." Sarah then raised another possibility, asking, "Do you think Maria would ever lie to provide Gary with an alibi?" Kit dismissed the idea, but Sarah replied confidently, "No, not when it's something as serious as this." Elsewhere in the Rover's return, Maria confided in Gary that she had noticed Sarah behaving differently and seeming unusually withdrawn in recent weeks. Gary was quick to defend his former partner, replying, "She was recently attacked and suffered a serious injury. On top of that, her best friend's husband has been murdered. Anyone would be acting differently after all that." The exchanges immediately caught the attention of viewers, many of whom have begun speculating that Sarah and Gary may secretly be working together and could somehow be connected to Theo's death. One fan commented on X, "Gary keeps jumping to Sarah's defense whenever Maria mentions her. If my ex came up in conversation, I wouldn't be defending them to my spouse like that. It feels really odd." Another viewer posted, "I'm curious about what's going on with Sarah and Gary. Both of them seemed suspicious in today's episode." A third fan shared their theory, writing, "After watching tonight's episode, I'm starting to think Sarah was responsible for Theo's murder, and Gary helped her hide what happened." Meanwhile, a fourth viewer focused on the family drama, saying, "It's awful that Sarah forgot Bethany's birthday. That's your own daughter." And Maria definitely looked uncomfortable when Gary kept making excuses for Sarah forgetting such an important day. Any hopes of redemption for Carl Webster are set to be dashed in Coronation Street as he slips straight back into his old habits. The idea that Carl Webster has suddenly become a better person was always difficult to believe. After all, this is a man whose history is packed with selfish choices and reckless behavior. His list of wrongdoing is extensive, from pursuing a relationship with his own brother's wife to deliberately running down Tyrone Dobbs. Carl has repeatedly proven that he puts himself above everyone else. In fact, his actions go far beyond ordinary bad behavior. This is someone who once caused a devastating multi-vehicle crash while intoxicated, resulting in the death of a local vicar, before manipulating his vulnerable mother into accepting responsibility for what happened. Carl's reputation is so terrible that he was recently included among the main suspects in Coronation Street's major murder mystery storyline. He found himself grouped alongside notorious villains such as abusive Theo Silverton and manipulative predator Megan Walsh. Even Debbie Webster, who has stood by him through years of trouble, finally reached the end of her patience. Determined to get him out of Weatherfield, she handed him £2,000 and encouraged him to leave the street behind. Kevin Webster, however, wasn't prepared to let Carl walk away with the cash. He secretly recovered the money so it could be returned to Debbie. Refusing to accept defeat, Carl decided to strike back. He sneaked into his uncle's vehicle workshop and interfered with one of the cars, putting Kevin in serious danger. Considering Carl's history, this near act of sabotage barely ranks among his worst offenses. His plan was cut short when somebody unexpectedly interrupted him. The disturbance caused a car jack to shift, sending the vehicle crashing down and trapping Carl beneath it. The person responsible was Tyrone Dobbs, although Tyrone has no intention of revealing the truth. Admitting what happened could easily make it look like an act of revenge. Anyone hoping the accident might have changed Carl for the better is likely to be disappointed. Rather than learning a lesson, Carl has chosen to pretend he cannot remember anything about the incident. Behind the scenes, though, he strongly suspects Tyrone is hiding something and is determined to uncover the truth. While it's understandable that Carl would want answers about who nearly crushed him under a vehicle, his decision to fake memory loss and pressure Tyrone suggests he hasn't changed at all. And matters are about to take an even darker turn. Cars have always been at the center of Carl's questionable dealings. Alongside his hit-and-run and involvement in the fatal pileup, he previously worked with career criminal Fiona Morley, helping shift unreliable and unsafe vehicles. That operation eventually began to crumble when Kevin Webster and Ronnie Bailey devised a plan to expose Carl as the mastermind behind Fiona's activities. Fiona initially agreed to help them, but Ronnie later lost confidence in the scheme. Feeling betrayed, Fiona abandoned the arrangement and revealed everything to Carl, leaving him furious. Future episodes will show Carl facing another major temptation when money becomes an issue. Kevin receives news that another garage has requested a professional reference for Carl. Given everything that has happened between them, Kevin refuses to provide one and makes it clear that Carl shouldn't expect any favors. At the same moment, Carl receives an unexpected phone call from Fiona, who presents him with another opportunity to get involved in shady business. The big question is whether Carl will reject the offer and try to build a better future, or return to the criminal lifestyle that has caused so much chaos. Judging by his track record, the answer may already be obvious. Viewers can catch Coronation Street every weekday at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1, while episodes are also available to watch on demand through ITVX.